Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl King and I'm back again today with this video. If this is your first time tuning into my channel, don't forget to smash the heck out of that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload any of my videos. And let's just go ahead and jump right into this video. So I just want to say happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. I just got in from church and I was like, I got to record this video because I ain't gonna lie, I was called out on this video because this video was requested a long time ago and I just kept forgetting, and I took a month off and now I'm back and I'm called out again. So this one goes for you. You know who you are. But these are the stages of Locs, about 5 of them. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to extend it, but it's pretty much about 5 of them. And I'm really gonna be talking about interlocks because that's what I have. That's the only type of locks that I know about, that I've watched my hair go through. My daughter's hair, if you didn't know, my 2 daughters, their hair has been interlocked for 8 years. My sister hair that you guys seen, I started her hair and she's going on like a year and a half now with hers. So yeah, that's pretty much all I know about. So I'm going to tell you the different stages that I have experienced since I've had my locks, and it's about 5 of them before they got to this stage right here. So when you first install the locks, of course they are starter locks. That is pretty much what starter locks are. You first install them, they are baby locks. You can see the pattern of every hair strand. They're so uniform. You can see everything. You can see the formation of the hair strands. Everything is going in the direction you just put it. Everything is just laid perfectly. So perfect that you can literally take a comb and just comb it out. Interlocking my hair, using the needle. I used the needle to interlock my hair, and when I did it, it literally almost looked like braids. Just like a toddler braid my hair. They were not like the perfect braids, but they were like intertwined between each other, but you can still, it looks like a chain. Looks like a rope type, chain, and you can still see each pattern as I move the needle in and out, up and down. You can see everything. So once you first interlock your hair, you can literally look at it and just tell from afar, from close up. You can tell like, oh, she just got her hair done. So starter locks again are just got them installed. They do not look like locks. A lot of people get their locks installed and like a couple weeks later they walk around shaking their hair like, oh yeah, I got locks. I'm like, no, they're not locks yet. Like literally, I could comb that out if I want to. Second phase that I experienced was budding. I experienced that stage immediately, probably within like the first or second wash. I started noticing that my hair was budding, and budding is pretty much when the hair is starting to it looks pregnant. A lock looks pregnant. I'm going to show you a picture. I did do a video explaining about budding and what it was. I'll leave it right here if you want more and more details about it. But budding is just the hair is starting to expand. It's like from you washing, it's like a sponge. It retains the water, and if you don't squeeze it out, it's going to stay in that form. And the hair is just all of the dead hair and all that normally comes out. It's all trying to find its place. The hair is getting thicker, and it's going to do it in different places on the hair. It's not going to do it all together at once. So you may see one here, you may see one there. So when you see it, don't be like, oh my gosh, why does it look like this, and why it looks bumpy and rough. That you cannot run away from. It's a part of it. That literally normally happens within, like I said, the first or second wash. You will start seeing it. Some people experience it towards the end of their locks. Or like I said, it could be in the middle of the lock. But it's just forming you can actually get a better idea of how thick your locks are going to be or how thin they're going to be. Like, it's pretty much showing you what your lock is going to look like in the near future. So when you see that, do not be alarmed. That's just the second stage that you're going to go through. It's what I went through, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can probably relate that they had to go through the budding. Like almost everyone talk about budding, and a lot of people some people don't really understand it. They're alarmed and they're like, what is this? But yeah. So the second one for me was, this kind of goes along with the second one too. Is frizziness. You're going to experience frizziness, and that's one of the number one things that a lot of people are like, why is my hair so frizzy? So remember, you're not combing your hair. You're not brushing your hair. Normally when you comb your hair, you brush it, you're the one that's in charge. You're laying it down in the direction you want to go. You either like gel it, you put edge control, you do all those things to your hair to tame it, to make sure it does what you want it to do. In this case, your hair has been in the same spot in forever. You haven't combed it, you haven't done anything but washed it. And remember, everybody's hair strands are not the same length. No matter how like long your hair is, you see everything lay down. But if you don't comb it or brush it, you start to see flyaways. So those are flyaways that's pretty much sticking out. And remember, like the longer portion of your hair was wrapped up or interlocked and put in different directions. After a while, it's just like an old style. You can tell when it's starting to go old because now it's starting to get frizzy. Now those little flyaways are starting to come out and you can't hold them down. So your hair is going to get extremely thick and frizzy. The budding and the frizziness, oh my gosh, you're going to see a big change. Your hair is going to be a lot thicker, and yeah, you're gonna start seeing like your hair is gonna look a lot thicker than it did from stage 1. So it ain't gonna look as neat and cute anymore. So frizziness goes into stage 2 with the budding, and also stage 3 with shrinkage. So I want to put frizziness in between because you're gonna experience frizziness for a while. Okay, so shrinkage. So stage 3 is really shrinkage / frizziness still, okay? So shrinkage, your hair is going to shrink. All the natural girls out there who probably didn't lock their hair yet knows, like, shrinkage is real. And with having locks, it's still real. You're going to experience a lot of shrinkage. You're going, even with interlocks, even though you're, because the needle, one thing about when you interlock your hair, the needle stretches your hair out a lot more than what I've seen with people who have corals. So your hair is still going to shrink. It's still going to shrink. The thicker it is, the more it's going to shrink. Remember, like the hair that normally your hair sheds on a regular. So all that hair that normally sheds, it's trying to find its place in there. The strands are no longer sitting in the same way that they were from stage 1. They're trying to find its way. Now it's like everybody's trying to like bunch up into one spot. So it's like it has nowhere to go. So it's just going to shrink. It's like back combing. It's like taking a comb and taking your hair and back combing it, and to get that thickness. So your hair is naturally getting thick. The budding has now gone from being in one spot, 2 spots, so the whole entire lock has shown you what it's going to look like. The whole entire lock has bud, and it's going to shrink. It's going to shrink. But one thing about interlock, it doesn't show as much shrinkage as what I've seen with corals and other type of locks. That's one thing that I could say, like the needle stretches it out a lot more. Stage 4, the hair is starting to mat. The budding is starting to go away. It's starting to look more like the whole entire lock is starting to look the actual size that it's going to be. Like you're starting to see like, okay, this is how thick my hair is going to be. Everything is starting to look together as one. The pattern is not there anymore. The budding has stopped, and you need to start taming the frizz because inside the lock is starting to lock, and that's why the lock pattern is going away. The outside, you just need to tame it, make everything look good. And the last stage, which is this one that I'm at right now, it's matured. Your hair is mature. It hangs on its own. It has more weight. It's more flowy. It's more like you don't have to do much else to your hair, but just regular maintenance, and that's it. Your hair is good. You can brush it because it's good to brush your hair, brush your locks. So with stage 5, you guys know that is the end of going through all that. Your hair is lock. it is matured, it is matted, it is the way you want it to be. It holds its own weight. It's flowy. It hangs. It does everything that you see out there and you're like, oh my gosh, I want her hair. It's now that, okay? That's when you know your hair, it's all the stages has been completed. And your hair hangs. Your hair does what the heck it's supposed to do. And yeah, the stages are done. Like, your hair is now locked. It's now matted. It's now matted from in and out of the lock. So that is the end of all the stages that my hair went through. And I believe that anybody else who have interlocks is going to go through or has went through. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the 5 stages of locks, of interlocks that I experienced and that I've watched my daughters experience. So, yeah, if you have any questions, any more questions or anything I might have left out, please feel free to ask them down below in the comment box. Go ahead and thumbs up this video, guys, if you found it interesting and helpful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.